Okay, hello everyone. This one we have a packet tracer lab 4.6.5. So it's a lab require module 4, which is the physical layer. No, yeah, it's the physical layer. Module 4 physical layer. And with this lab, our objectives are to connect to the cloud, connect to the router, connect remaining devices, verify connections, examine the physical topology. Okay, the importance of this lab, basically, uh, is to know how to select appropriate cables and connect to the appropriate ports on the appropriate device. Basically, uh, that is what we are going to be dealing with. Kuziva kuti kana ndine crossover cable inoshanda papi, kana ndine straight through, kana ndine serial DTE, kana ndine serial DCE, kana ndine console, kana ndine fiber, kana ndine coaxial cable, where exactly does it work? Because iwewe ukauya ukaisa, for example, ubva pacloud apo kuya parouter iyi oisa console hazvibudi. Ukaisa kubva pacloud apo kuenda pamodem apo oisa fast, oisa straight through hazvibudi, because you need to know kana uri connecta different type of devices, what are the cables, what is going to be the media yarunofanira kushandisa. Right, so as we go through this, it's very important to take note kuti kana ndiri kuconnecta router nerouter, what type of media am I using, right? Kana ndiri kuconnecta router neswitch, what type of media am I using? It will be of not much importance izvezvi, especially between straight through necrossover. Takataura nyaya yeauto mdix, you see kuti chero ukaisa one of those cables inongoshanda. But with this lab, that wasn't the case. You needed to use the exact type of cable. So straight through necrossover, we actually differentiated so that uone kuti kana pasina auto mdix, what are the type of cables that you are supposed to use to make a connection. Right, so part number one, we're going to connect the cloud to the router. The cloud, panapa, it was just a representation of a switch. I think we're going to switch to the physical mode at some point so that we can visualize my device's SI on a physical mode kuti anenge akaita sei. Tichaona kuti mucloud umu mune switch, it's just a switch riri ipapo. So connection of a cloud to the router, choose copper straight through. We use copper straight through apo takaudzwa. Right, copper straight through this one. And I'm connecting fast 00 and ETH6. So ndikaya parouter fast 00 ndoya pana ETH Ethernet 6. Percentage yangu completion up. So we've done good. Number two, connecting the cloud to the modem. Here we're going to use the coaxial cable. If you attach the correct cable, the lights will turn green. Right, we use the coaxial cable from the modem, from the cloud to the modem. Right, coaxial cable, there it is. Coaxial, 7 cable modem. This is coaxial. Right, green, percentage yakwira. Very simple. Right, so connect router 0 to router number 1. Right, panapa ndo pachada a little bit of knowledge. To connect router 0 to router number 1, choose the correct cable, use one of the available serial cables. Apa panoshanda anonzi serial cables. This is a serial connection. Router to router, it's a serial connection. Take note of that. What is a serial connection? Right. I won't go through explaining what a serial connection is, but I will explain two serial connections that now pana packet tracer specifically. Tine two connections, DTE. Who knows what DTE and DCE means? Data communication equipment, I think one. The other one is should be terminal. Data terminal equipment, right? So between these two connections, I got a fanana if I can say. Why we have a clock, but this one, the DCE, is for synchronization purposes. If we are sending information via a serial link, that information will need to be timed to be synchronized. So to synchronize information, one end of the link should be a DCE and the other end should be a DTE. So from a serial links up, what we are going to be doing, tinoshandisa iyi rakazi DCE, ndo ratinotanga kushandisa, right? Toclicka parouter yedu, toisa serial link nedating paunozoisvitsa right, paunozoisvitsa to the router, uchiconnecta to the other router is serial 00. This one. The other end inenge automatically DTE. That's how synchronization yepa serial link take place. So pese going forward tikatukisa serial link tunotichishandisa iri nekaclock apa serial DCE ndo ratinoshandisa. Right. Tabva part 2 step 1 takuenda connecting router 0 to network card PKA. Which cable are we using there? Let me see. The correct cable to choose consists of these crossed wires. Okay, routers and computers traditionally use the same wires to transmit 1 and 2 and receive 3 and 6. Right. Apapo, I found it necessary to explain again the difference between straight through and crossover cable. Allow me to find my tablet. Okay, so to demonstrate the connection yatauda kuisa connecting router 0 to network card PKA, choose the correct cable to connect the router and the server. Routers and computers traditionally use the same wires to transmit 1 and 2 and 3 and receive 3 and 6. So tikatarisa pamawires anoshandiswa, let me start by saying pakuterminator we have T568A, T568B. Mastandards anoshandiswa pakuterminator. Kana tichitaura nezvecable inonzi straight through, it means both ends waisa either T568A or T568B. If both ends dzine the same standard, it means cable here is straight through. So ndikaisa one end yecable ndoisa T568A cable inoyi, this is our cable, kuno kungoisa T568A. It means cable is straight through. Ndikaisa B kuno kundoisa B kuno, it means cable is straight through. It's the same thing. Right? Then when we talk of crossover, it means one end in is 568A and the other end in a 568B. So this is how my cables a straight through and crossover were being made. And like I said, now we have auto MDX. It means whether waisa cable E or waisa cable E, this will automatically adjust the internal settings, internal circuits, so that you'll be able to transmit information yako regardless of the type of cable that you've used. Right. That said, we also have colors. Natabude muone magaziro anoitwa makebo acho. Next Saturday, we'll definitely have a session yekugadzira makebo iwayo, so that we can terminate terminate. Okay. Right. So 568 near 568B akafanana. The only difference is when you look at okay, I can start at, if you look at number 8, brown color, A and B. Number 7, brown striped, A and B. 6, green. Kuno 6 inenge orange. So number 6 is different. Pakati 4 and 5, blue and blue stripe, zakafanana. Only 6 different. Number 3, yakasiyana, green one end, orange the other end. So makebo aya akafanana kwese except for number 3 and number 6. Number 3 and number 6 dzochinjana ne1 and 2. So 1 and 2 kuno green inoita 3 and 6 kuno. 1 and 2 kuno inoita 3 and 6 kuno. So it's almost the same thing, but chinongosiyana i1 and 2 and 3 and 6 pama colors. Right. That said, ndo colors anotransmit information iwayo. 1 and 2 inotransmit information. 3 and 6 you receive information. So ukatarisa termination, I want to see termination in RJ45. Maybe here. This one, let us use this one. Let me see if I can have something much clearer here. Then image. Do this. Right. Do my pair I. So pair 1 and 2. Do transmitter information. Pair pin 1 and 2. So panaba pin 1 and 2 in a pair 3E. Do transmit information. So if I'm transmitting information, it will vapa pin 1 and 2 are transmitting. Then if I'm receiving, inenge pin 3 and 6. Then my answer, I think that's ngashanda. My pin number 4, 5, 7, 8. Specifically for this standard and UTP. So pin 1 and 2 transmitting, pin 3 and 6 receiving. Right, going back to lab redo. So important thing to note, it's very important. My standards A, you definitely see a question. That's why I had to do a little bit of explaining. My standards A, 568A, 568B. Kungoziwa kana to straight through, it means at both ends, connect the same type of standard. Kana to crossover, one side they're in A, the other side they're in B. Then for my colors anosiana, dear pin number 1 and 2, pin number 3 and 6. I don't go to exchange, swap. Then if you know one, you can easily deduce the other one. Right now, back to the question here. The type of cable inoshandiswa kana true connector PC ne router is the crossover cable. Kana true connector PC ne switch straight through cable. Right, so panapa we're connecting this in a server. You can take it as a PC, the router and OS. So the type of cable that mentioned is the crossover. In practice, risi reliable node. Ukashandisa iripinda paneta card router F01. In practice, that one didn't work. Supposed to be green. In practice, before I forget, in practice, ukashandisa either of the cables, it will still work straight through. You're not going to shansa straight through, or you're not going to shansa crossover. It will still work. If I choose the red cable, it will turn green. So first 0, 0. The connected here 0. Connect router 0 to network card PKA. It's this one. One chance of crossover. I'm not so sure why it's still red, but I know one chance of crossover. Let's just keep this one. I would know why it's still red. Yes, let's stick to that one.
I think it's 0-1 per router.
It's 0-1. This is port receive.
Yeah.
Per router connect serial.
I'm connecting to 0-1 now.
You're supposed to go. Aren't you supposed to connect to the other? Because router 0, not the router 1.
Oh, it's router 0. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was getting confused. Yeah. Thank you. It means someone is following. Much appreciated. Landu about router 0, right? So router 0, that one proper. Done. Then we connect router 0 to the configure terminal. Right? Configure terminal, I think, is this PC, which is going to be used to connect to this router so that you can be able to make more configurations. So our functions called console. Right? We're going to use console RS232. This is a console. Right? For the guys, the single background, I think it might be important because that RS232 chip is just a port. RS232. RS232. Right. Right. Irondo RS232. Regarding the console. So that you can see what RS232 is. Right. In the console cable. Right. Console cable no answer is in something like this. So this end here, Dorno's RS232. Remain no connector per port. You get something like this. You know, and I think my laptop send on a laptop in that port. But I've seen a lot of my desktops, they still have that port. Yeah, is it VGA? I don't find though it is RS232. Then it's among my USB and console my console and my USB like this one. So on a laptop you want to get access to your router, your switch, you can use connection in a USB. Or if you have this one, find my adapter, you can connect that adapter, your Papa RS232, you end on a connector to USB, so that you'll be able to use it on my laptops as in a RS232 port here. Those are like something like this. Right? That connector console do proper done. Then to end up connect the remaining devices, connect router 1 to the switch. If I'm connecting router to the switch, which cable am I using? If you attach the correct cable, the links. So first 1 0 first 0 1. Normally, if I'm connecting a router to the switch, Which type of cable am I using? Router, crossover, router switch. Is it crossover? It's supposed to be straight through. My devices kana akafanana. Router, crossover. PC router, crossover. Switch, crossover. Kana akasiyana, PC switch, straight through. Ndo madzidziro atakaitawo isusu. So this one under normal circumstances is supposed to be straight through. Tienda router 1. Iri connecta port first. Router 1 first 10. First 10, right. Port first 10 aka kasimba karapo ndeke fiber. So we fiber here. Port 10 there. So we use fiber instead. Connection ya fiber yedu tutaenda pa switch. We connect pa 01. Clear? Right? So the goal ndeye kuziva different type of cables that you can use. Oziva kuti anoshandiswa papi etc. Right, tabva router 1 switch, takuenda cable modem to the wireless router. Yeah, it's supposed to use connect the correct cable. I think it's straight through for this one. Cable modem to the wireless router. Open wireless router. We connect our port your internet. Straight through. Vachawana mabasa soon after or during course, you know it. I think apa pana papa. Kubva cable modem kuenda wireless router, that connection, you configure the wireless router, connected to my PCs. Pana vane mabasa ari pepapo vanotoita a living a career vari pepapo vachitambira ipapo vachita kubva pamodem kuenda wireless router kuenda PC. Basa ravamwe vanhu iroro. So this is basically what you do. Wakutoziva kuti kubva pamodem noisa straight through yangu inoconnecta kurouter, then ndichaconfigure router rangu rotoconnecta wirelessly to my devices in the home. Right, tobva modem nerouter takuenda router to the family PC. Router to the family PC, that's another straight through. First, kuenda pachi Ethernet 1, right? Done. Then verify connections. Right, I'm not going to verify connections. Okay, let's just verify them. I was going to say 100% says my connections A data S are correct. Let's verify. We are going to ping a domain name. Ping a IP address chat from the family PC. I'm going to ping that domain name. Ping domain name. Because we are not repeating this. No.
Kanotora nguva ipapo manje kudaro.
Kantora nguva. Asi makamboita
Ya, ndakatoiita ifambo ya ndakaiita.
Alright. There is our ping successful. Then tenda web browser. Just HTTP PKA. Open the web browser and tupinda kunoko. That ping was successful. Proper. Ping switch from home PC. Now we won't do that one. Web browser. During the total time as well. Let's paste. I don't have anything. So my labs they're very interesting and you could learn a lot, quite a lot, from just going through lab. Like my favorite page, my connections are proper. Then I think we're done with the first part. Then we have part 5. Okay, I think step 3, this one can be important. Open router 0 from configure terminal. Open the terminal, press enter, show IP interface brief. Show IP interface brief. So we are here. Desktop terminal. What does the show command show IP interface brief? We do not pay information here. Show IP interface terminals. Okay, good enough. Brief. It gives us information, name, IP addresses configured, and the respective interfaces on router 0, router 0. So for router 0, tine facet and 00 in the IP address, tine facet and 01, tine also serial link and its IP address. Tatobata that show command, you will use it a lot. Show IP interface brief. Just saying, we'll get there to view interface status. Okay, done. Examine the physical topology. So this is the logical topology, right? Showing us my port numbers. So if they allow me to show my port numbers, options, preferences, oh sure. Right, my port numbers there. The logical topology allows you kuona ma port numbers, my interfaces, my virtual interfaces. Allows you to see my IP addresses of the network. That's the logical. Then the physical, we can switch Panapa to logical physical. You can go to physical to see the physical topology, the physical locations of the devices. So the physical location of my devices is that home city, we enter the home city. We can browse through the secondary network. Let's see the secondary network. Well, let's start with the cloud. Cloud, what we have in the cloud is just this switch. Ranga router runs ring cloud here, right? And the two connections, not sure I can go back. Once open on primary network, the switch as well. No, what is this? This is not the switch. What is this? What do we have here? Cannot see from this image. Primary network. I think no router either. This is another switch. Okay. At some point, you also be able to create a physical a physical topology like this one. You also need to be able to do that. Get it? Very interesting. So in the home network here, we can see my PCs. You can see this is our wireless router. It's connected to modem. A modem get up home printer, no wireless router wrapper. So modem they pass it. Device number pass. This one. This should be our modem. Right. So I'm just browsing through our home network. You can also do the same. Play around in a packet tracer. And I think basically that's it. Questions. What is located on the table to the right of the blue rack? That's for you to answer. You can always answer those. Right, I think this one is done. Any questions? My labs are they are very much simple. You have the courage Yekumaita, go through them step by step, question by question, up until you are done. Tichasvika iri pamalabs anoda kuti tinyatsogara pasi as a team tokutsanira lab. At this moment, I don't think we need to. Any questions? Nada. We don't have any questions. Nope. We don't have any questions. I think we're done with this one.